including the National Guard.
According to a recent report from the National Guard Bureau, the Guard is expected to be short of its recruiting goal by 9,000 members this year. 2 News reporter Riley Phillips is live in the studio after digging deeper into the struggles recruiters are facing here in the Buckeye State.
Fortunately, the Ohio National Guard is able to meet all of its missions, but they did have a difficult recruiting year, forcing them to come up with new ways to reach people.
When disaster strikes, the Ohio National Guard is there. Not only do guardsmen and women respond to federal missions, they're also on the ground in local communities. But just like the rest of the country, finding people to join the National Guard has not been easy.
We have around 5,000 airmen in the Ohio Air National Guard, and typically we lose about 10% a year. So we have a 90% retention rate. So our typical goal in a year is to put in 500 accessions so that we replace what we lose. This year, we're going to hit about 320 and lose around 525.
Part of the problem, there are less people in the recruitable population.
If we look at the typical 17 through 24-year-old, which is what we consider the recruitable population, 70% of that population is not qualified for military service.
And they're not qualified because of either a medical limitation or they can't pass the entry test. Major General John Harris says another part of the problem is less people joining the military, with only 1% of the population serving.
That family connection. I served because my mother or father served. That tendency to encourage family members to join the military, we're seeing a reduction in that simply because a smaller and smaller portion of the population is serving each year.
To make sure the Ohio National Guard can continue fulfilling its missions, the Guard is trying to get more creative with its recruiting. And the first step, making up for the time they were not able to speak with people face to face because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
A lot of the avenues that we had used in the past in schools, events, much of that was shut down due to COVID. So it's a lot of getting back into the schools, getting back out there, getting in front of people so they can hear what the Air National Guard is and how we can benefit them.
And the Ohio National Guard offers a lot of incentives for people to join. I'll talk more about the recruiting process and why they say the National Guard is Ohio's best kept secret coming up on 5 on 2. In the studio, Riley Phillips, 2 News, working for you.